It's Friday. I got a 1984 Corvette. I got a big long list of stuff that needs to be fixed on it. I got a little bit of time tonight, a little bit of time on Saturday, and a good chunk of time on Sunday. So I'm just gonna get to work and see how much I can get done before having to go back to work on Monday. I think I'm gonna start with the blinker bulb, the exhaust leak, the O2 sensor, the door dash seals, and get that digital dash pulled out, and maybe also then mess with that overdrive button while I'm in there pulling off interior pieces. That's a good start. List of 6 things to get going with. Sounds like a plan. Never done this before, and I don't know what size bulb it is, but I have an extensive collection of random old bulbs that I got from, okay. Where? Okay. How do you get in there? How do you get in there? There it is. It's pretty simple. It actually just goes through this hole right here, and then you untwist it. The previous owner had it in there to where it wasn't even actually twisted in. It was just sitting in there. So I pulled it out, turned it around, put it back in, and now well, it was working. I did it off the camera there when my wife was out here talking to me. There we go. It's just not seating in there correctly. Let's get in here. Try a different bulb. Poop! It could be that the bulb socket is worn out. But I'm gonna put some of that light bulb grease on there and see if maybe that helps. It is hot. Look. I got my handy dandy lock and lock full of different greases. And I just happen to have a fresh unopened tube of bulb grease. Not sure if this bulb grease is going to make a huge difference. Drenched from attempting to put in a light bulb. Went to put it back in, struggling to get it in there because, it's up there. The part that holds the bulb in fell off inside the assembly. My bulb is floating around in there. So awesome. Well, it's 30 to 60 extremely sweaty and frustrating minutes later, but I managed to use this wire to dig this and the bulb out of the assembly without taking the assembly off. Instead of just researching how to, I don't know, I looked under there, it was a bunch of plastic, and I just got a wire and started digging. Well, that was something simple that turned into a big ordeal, but it's really nothing new. That's just kind of how it is, I guess. But I got the new parts ordered, I got the new bulb socket on the way, and I'll just have to circle back around to that another day. In the meantime, I'm moving on to the exhaust. Here's what I'm working with under here. Got 2 perfectly good bolts a questionable O2 sensor. And then over here, looks like that bolt coming through here is broken off, which is causing an exhaust leak up in this region. So I do believe I'm not going to be able to get that out of there without taking these off. So I'm just going to pop off these two, and then I think you unscrew the nut, and then you have to unscrew this stud itself from up in here. I think there's, yeah. So you gotta take these two off, unscrew the broken one, screw in a new one, and hopefully that all goes well. So those nuts actually came off real easy, which was surprising. So I got this all loose, and now I just have to get to this dude back here. You can see it up there in the corner, how it's broken off. I just gotta unscrew that somehow. I've brought a variety of tools to this party to try to get that off. So I'm just gonna hack away at that for a little bit and let you guys know what happens. Well, after fiddling with that for a while, I came to the conclusion that I'm gonna need to heavily soak that down with some penetrating fluid. Just so happens that I have 2 cans of penetrating fluid. However, neither one of those cans actually spray. So, time to make a trip to the store. Well, I got the old O2 sensor out. Looks pretty old. Not sure what a good or bad one looks like. I guess, you know, you just test it with mechanics knowledge, but there's what the new one looks like in comparison. So, yeah. Let's throw that in there real quick. All right, so next day, I got some good news, some bad news, and some okay news. The good news is the O2 sensor went on smoothly. The bad news is getting that stud out of the exhaust, it didn't happen. And the okay news is, even though I couldn't get that stud out, I still snugged it down really tight, and I wiggled it around and snugged and wiggled and snugged. And I think I got it, well, it's okay. It's better, it's improved. It's not completely fixed. It's something I'm gonna have to circle back around to later. Maybe on a lift, but for now, it's okay. Somehow, my 2 working speakers suddenly just got way more clear. Cool. But anyway, the next thing to tackle on the list is removing this digital dash and shipping it off to get repaired. So to take out the digital dash, I gotta remove these screws. So I figured while I'm taking this off, might as well pop off these door dash seals while I'm in here and pop out those screws. And also gotta pop out that screw, and the headlight switch. Got it. Well, just had to remove one screw. That one's missing, and that's just a tab, so this should just pop right off. Yeah. You can hear the rust inside. So that thing's done. And, oh, there's the screw. At least I got that. Pop that out of there. That thing is pretty crusty, so I'm gonna give it one of them. Let that sit for a little bit. Every garage needs one of these. I guess every garage needs two of these. Because, you know, Phillips and flathead. Got an aftermarket headlight switch. Looks like it comes off. A little Allen wrench in there. Tilt knob. I think I'm ready to pop it out at this point. This is some 1984 stuff, so I'm being extra gentle. To make sure I break this plastic. There's like a steering wheel in the way right now. There we go. You gotta give it this tilt, not this tilt. I'm trying to find the screws where this thing's screwed in, but I'm not seeing them. Well, I found them. I cannot get the right combination of holding a camera and holding a light at the same time in this car right now. But back in this deep dark hole, there's a bolt. Back in there. Down in there. And back in there. It's hot, y'all. If you're wondering why I'm wearing a new shirt like every couple minutes in the video, it's because they eventually become a towel. Whew! The darkness and the hotness might frustrate someone that's not so strong in the mind. Two more screws over here next to the bread box. Man, I've officially lost track of which screws go where at this point, I think. Why can't they all just be the same length or something? Or less of them? Okay. Here we go. Hey. Fragile. Got it. was supposed to come out of there. Man. Sweet. It's got an LS. I didn't even know. Try to get after it a little. Quit being so scared. So now I just got these wires in some plugs back here. Gotta figure out how to pop those off, and then we're free. I believe I just gotta pop these off and then just move these little tabs out of the way and then pull it. Got it. All right, I got this middle piece mostly off, enough to get in there and see destruction. What's how it's supposed to look? Focus. That's what we got. So that is why the button's not being held on, because the area for the button to hold on to is gone. Never think about this. It's just broke. Fragile. Well, now this screw is giving me a hard time. It is pretty rusty. There's no way. Two screws in a clip, should be easy. Since there's a dude that lives like 10, 15 minutes from me that has used C4 parts, I just picked up some used door dash seals. They also have them on Corvette Central. So I'm just gonna throw these in right quick. I wedged some chapstick that I got for free at a car show up in that panel, which allowed me to have a little bit of room to actually get that screw in. Was struggling until I did that. That'll do. New used door dash seal installed. Good news. The new bulb socket came. Only took a couple days. So, I'm gonna throw this on real quick. I just gotta cut the wires in here, wire this up real quick, and then we'll see if it actually fits correctly. Got it. Click. Woo! Way too excited for a blinker bulb install, but you know, it's at this point, little victory. as I'm simultaneously celebrating my tremendous blinker bulb install victory, I realize that the side marker light is out too. But I think I have a bulb for that. Boop. Should probably be using some gloves for all this light bulb handling, I think. I don't know. Oh, I am so turning left. So I can officially check blinker bulb off the list. I'm gonna put a little star next to digital dash because I got that out, but can't cross it off until it's back in. Got the door dash seals installed. Got the O2 sensor in. Put a temporary fix on the exhaust leak. I'm gonna cross that off for now because it's as good as it's gonna be until I get new exhaust. Dug into that overdrive button. Got an idea what I'm working with in there now, and I just gotta figure out how I wanna fix that. So I'm gonna put a little star next to that one. So all in all, I made a dent. A small dent, but a dent. And in my world, in a weekend, not being a mechanic or really having that much mechanical skill, to be completely honest with you, any dent is a good dent. As long as I get some stuff done, make a little progress, I'm happy with my weekend. I had 6 things I wanted to do. I knocked 4 completely off and made some progress on 2, so I'm happy with that. I just talked to my buddy Josh at Rods and Rex, the C4 parts guy, and he said he's got some parts for me for some things I want to do on this list, so I'm gonna grab some parts from him, and next time I'll be swapping out that door regulator, working on that overdrive button, reinstalling the digital dash, and just seeing what else I can get to in a weekend. So if you're interested in seeing the progress on this 1984 Corvette, please subscribe, and if you've already subscribed, thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I'll see you next time.